All right.
Lamarck, going
Yep.
downhill, the sled ride. This is a new one to us. I love it. Rebar on the windows. Well, if you never lock the doors, you don't need that rebar.
Right.
Crazy how that works. It really is. Drug addicts are going to figure out a way to get in anyway.
Oh yeah, they'll get in if they want to.
All right, here we go. Rebar on the windows.
Hello?
Hi there. My name is Danny. I'm looking at some commercial space. I would like to talk lease terms with you. I want to rent it from you.
And where are you located? Where are you
Lamarck, Texas. Where are you located?
in Seabrook? Are you looking at the building in Lamarck?
Yes, ma'am. Texas Avenue, of all things. It's my
Really?
understanding that's your building?
Yes, it is. Well,
Excellent.
actually, technically it's not mine. I'm the trustee, though.
Okay.
So I'm the
Well,
one.
good for you. I apologize. I got your number from a mixture of one of the other tenants in the county. What's your first name? My name is Danny D'Angelo.
Mine's Sherry.
Sherry?
Sherry, yes.
Sherry. Hi, Sherry. What I'm interested in is 1827 Texas. That's currently configured as a laundromat, if that makes sense. You have a laundry there, a coin laundry?
Yes, the washer and a Pilgrim Cleaners.
Yes, ma'am. Do you operate the business or you just lease the space to someone?
I just lease the space out.
Okay, perfect. And I don't mean to ask a bunch of questions. That was my understanding. Let me tell you what I do. I've been in laundries for about 16 years in Texas and 2 other states. My partner and I are always looking for stores with infrastructure, the gas, water, electric, it's all there. I scout the stores. We've physically been inside of this location more than once. We just see a lot of room for improvement, and I want to reach out. Danny calls Sherry. I want to see if there's any availability for a lease. And if and when that happens, I'm going to retool the store. I'm going to put new equipment in. It's not a glamorous business, Sherry. It's laundromats. But if you do well and you have enough stores, you can certainly make a few dollars. We do half our business on Sunday. You know what your parking lot looks like on Sunday. And we kind of play catch up the rest of the week. But crystal clarity, the biggest issue with this store is security. They lock the doors every night. We run our stores 24/7. They've got...
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course. They've got bars on the windows. I think that through several operators, they forget how to secure a store. They forget that the most important thing is one customer. If I've got somebody in there doing laundry at 3 a.m., nobody's going to mess around. That's the bottom line. So I want people in there. And I do that through my Alexa systems. It's not about a million TVs on the wall battling it out for the loudest customer that can turn it up the loudest. It's one TV. It's everything, to be honest. But really good equipment, because that keeps the customers flowing in and it keeps the bad riffraff out. We reach out to local PD. We sign rights to trespass. Obviously, it's my business. I want to take it very seriously. And we end up usually changing the outlook of the center, too. Because if you've got a good, well-run store with a lit parking lot, kind of changes everybody. But again, want to make sure you know where we're coming from and what we do. And my partner Nick and I might talk terms with you. I just don't know when that time might be.
Well, the washateria portion, the lease, they signed a long lease.
Mm-hmm.
Their lease won't be up for quite a while.
Okay.
But the Pilgrim, that part side, their lease is not as long. Okay. It's still got maybe another year or so on it.
So I apologize. I'm confused. You're talking about the cleaner side. That's a drop-off center for dry cleaning
Yes.
or wash, dry, fold.
Well, it's a drop off for dry cleaning and, well, I guess it could be wash, dry, fold. It could be anything, but the washateria is exclusively you could drop it off of wash, dry, fold.
Sure. Okay. Well, I didn't notice that from the outside, so that's interesting. Normally, the wash, dry, fold, be it, I'm a loss for words, be it just washing people's clothes, obviously, as a wash, dry, fold, or dry cleaning, which is a drop off, because there's not a dry cleaning center here. It's not a plant, as we call it.
Right. It's just the drop off.
They drop it off. So normally that's the same. You're saying you have a different tenancy there. You have another tenant running it.
Two separate tenants.
Roger. And that's just basically an office space for them.
For the Pilgrim, you mean?
Yeah.
It's what they call a substation, where they just pick up clothes, bring clothes in, and sell them out.
Right. Well, let me do this. I appreciate your taking the time, and I'm glad to know you. Obviously, I don't want to run a drop-off center, but if that falls away first, I wouldn't be interested. I'm interested in laundromats. And
right.
At the end of the day, this is not the worst laundry I've seen. I'm glad to know you. I would get rid of all those top loaders right away. The dryers are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. The front loaders are good machines, but I don't want to leave any stone unturned. I want to make sure that Sherry knows that Danny and Nick are looking and we're interested, because who knows? I'm not the specter of death trying to push laundromat operators out. I've never done it. But if and when the time comes, save my number and we'll talk. Do you have an email address?
Yes, I do.
Can you text it to me? Is this your cell phone I'm calling you on?
It is.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I will text it to you, and I'm going to save your number.
Please. Once you text me the email, Sherry, I'll send you back my full contact, and I'll email you some pictures of our stores and what we do and everything else. And you say you're just the trustee, but you have some ownership in the business too, the building too, right?
Yes.
Okay. I could tell. Sherry, I consider you a friend. Just hit me up with your email address and I'll fire back some info. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And let me ask you one more question.
Of course, please.
Are you looking exclusively in this area? I mean, anywhere, or I'm
not looking exclusively here, no. However, I am looking exclusively for coin laundries with infrastructure.
Okay.
So if you have a space that's 3,000 square feet, that's a great footprint, that's on an end cap, there's 30,000 cars driving by every 10 minutes and it's wonderful, I'm not going to build a laundromat. I just see that as a recipe for disaster, very hard to earn money. I'm going to let somebody else build it, like in this case, and I'm going to come in and put new equipment in.
Yeah.
Great question.
Well, great. I appreciate you calling, and I'm going to send you my email address, and then you you email me with your information, and we can go from there.
You got it. Been a pleasure. Thanks for the time.
All right. No problem.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I don't yell and scream and beat people up. I don't do that until they try that on me.